In this video, I'm going to show you how I get these top-down shots and how I put together an overhead rig from things that I already had. Everything is centered around this old IKEA kitchen cart. Before the kitchen cart, I was using my desk as the surface/backdrop, but that's also where I shoot a lot of my talking head videos. It's also where I edit and plan all the videos. And so I didn't like having to clear the desk and set up the rig over there, and then when I was done, I'd have to remove everything again. So this kitchen cart that we were no longer using and was just sitting in storage became the perfect fit for this. And what's nice is that it doubles as storage for small camera parts. The device that actually allows me to boom my camera overhead is the Ulanzi desk mount clamp. I was using this on my desk as my main video rig setup. I would mount my camera on a super clamp and then clamp that to the pole, and I would use the extension arm to boom my microphone overhead. But ever since I found a video rig that I like more, this Ulanzi desk mount clamp has just been sitting in the closet, but now it's found a new home on this IKEA kitchen cart. At the end of the extension arm is a newer ball head, which actually is necessary for allowing me to angle the camera down and also for getting the perfect level. The camera that we used is the Sony a7S III, which is probably more than we need for these type of shots, but it just looks so good because of the colors and the dynamic range. The lens that we used is the Tamron 28-75 f2.8, which is the perfect type of lens for these type of shots because you can easily go from wide to tighter shots. Plus that f2.8 aperture allows for more shallow depth of field shots if you want to get them. When it comes to shooting YouTube videos, you can run through normal camera batteries pretty quickly, and I'm always forgetting to charge them. So what I do now is I use V-mount batteries, which I only have to charge about once a week. And now I don't have to worry about battery life. I could just run power directly from an outlet, but I don't want the long cords running around, and this is just a lot cleaner. And now let's talk about the surface/backdrop. Most of the time, I'm using an IKEA pegboard in this natural wood tone. I think that the pattern, color, and texture add a lot to the shot and make it look really nice. And I actually want to get another pegboard so that I can spray paint one side white and the other black just for more options. I just haven't gotten around to it. And so in the meantime, what I do to get more backdrops is I use construction paper. In the storage underneath, I keep a bin of a bunch of different colors of construction paper for a wide variety of backdrops. And what's great about using construction paper is that the texture is non-glare. And so you get this really nice, seamless, and clean look, the same that you would get with seamless paper on a roll-down backdrop when you're shooting subjects. One thing about this kind of setup is that you can only really shoot smaller items, which is fine with me because the things that I would shoot are usually smaller or would only require tighter shots. But if I wanted to shoot something like a large light, a camera case, or a bag, it wouldn't fit on here. One of the most important factors when it comes to getting quality top-down shots is lighting. I keep this really simple but effective by using my key light setup that I also use for a lot of my talking head videos. I simply swing the light over and place it at a 45-degree angle pointing down and directly to the side of the kitchen cart. The light that we use is the Godox VL300, which is overkill for the setup because I never need more than about 20% of the output. And on top of it is a 34-inch softbox. For a surface this small, a 34-inch softbox is plenty big, and so it produces a really nice soft light. And with the angle that it's at, it creates a really nice gradient from one side to the other, and it lights it up really well, creating a lot of dimension, but not having any harsh shadows. When I do want it to be a little bit more evenly lit, I'll either bring in a bounce or a small tube light to fill in the shadows. And when it's a nice sunny day, I'll open up the windows and use the natural light to bring in more ambient light and to help fill in those shadows, or sometimes I'll just use the natural light by itself. What's a flat lay or a top-down shot without the props and set design? This is one of the most fun parts of shooting top-down because you can really get creative and enhance your shots. All the props that I use are either inside the cart, on top of the cart, or on the shelves above. I use things like fake plants, camera tools, vintage lenses, hard drives, and anything that looks good and or is related to whatever the main object is that I'm shooting. I'm definitely not the best when it comes to prop and set design, but what I'm finding is that it's usually best to be simple and not overcrowd the frame. You just want to do enough to add interest and to frame the shot up well, and you definitely don't want to distract from the main object that you're shooting. If you're wondering how I can even tell what I'm shooting looks good, I'm using the Monitor Plus app on my iPhone, which is awesome because iPhones have great quality screens, and I can control all my camera settings with the app, including starting and stopping recording. So except for when I need to zoom in and out on the lens, I can avoid touching my camera and potentially messing up the framing. So now that I've shared how we light, design, and compose these top-down B-roll shots, go ahead and click on this playlist over here to learn different ways for how to light and compose your talking head videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Go ahead. Click on it.